Okay, first graders, Miss Jen is back with our science lesson. Okay, so we have been talking about living things and parts of plants, right? So let's do a quick review of what a living thing need. What do living things need, you guys? They need 4 different things, and they are, right, food, water, air, and space. Yeah? And what do living things do? What do they do? Right. They grow and change, right? They grow and change. And who made you? Right. God made you. And are you living? Yes, you are living. So you are a living thing as well because you need food, water, air, space. Space means like room. You need room to live. And you are growing and changing. So we are all a living thing. Okay, we are going to move on. Oh, and actually parts of plants. So what are different parts of plants? Right? They have on top, they have flowers, and then they have leaves. They have stems and roots. Right? And now we are going to move on to plants' life cycle. Okay, let's take a look at the book here together. Living things grow and change. All the steps of the life of a living thing are a life cycle. All the steps of the life of a living thing are a life cycle. A plant's life cycle starts with a seed. Yeah, we have a picture here, seed. And plant's life cycle starts with the seed. Most new plants grow from seeds. Plant a seed and a seedling will grow. Everyone, let's say this together. Seedling. Seedling. It's a young plant. Young plant. Not an adult plant yet, but a young plant. Seedling. Okay. So what does a plant's life cycle start with? A seed. You always need a seed first. Right. Okay. And then it becomes a seedling. A seedling is a young plant. The seedling has roots. It also has a thin stem and small leaves, right? So they have roots to drink water with roots, right? And then the water will travel along the stem and to the leaves so that they can live, right? So seed, from seeds to seedling, a young plant. So under the ground here, in the ground, this plant has roots. Okay, now from the seedling grows into an adult plant. The plant grows flowers. The flowers grow fruit. A pumpkin is fruit. There are seeds inside the fruit. The seeds will make new plant. So think of like watermelon, right? When you eat watermelon, you find seeds in there, right? And the watermelon is the fruit, right? And so the cycle begins again with the seeds. The seeds you get from the fruit, you plant the seeds again, and it becomes seedling, and then adult plant, and it grows flowers, fruit, seed, seedling, adult plants, flower, fruit, and so on. Yeah, the cycle goes on. The seeds will make new plants. And so let's look at the pumpkin here. So this is a fruit, right, from flower. And if you see here, there are seeds. And these seeds will make new plants, right? Okay. So question, what does a seedling grow into? What does a seedling grow into? Right, it grows into an adult plant. Yeah. And what does an adult plant grow? An adult plant grows flowers. And next question is, what do the flowers grow? Right, the flowers grow fruit. Yeah. And what is inside the fruit? Yes, seeds. And what will the seeds make? New plants. Very good. So it's very interesting cycle of a plant, right? So here in a picture, life cycle of a pumpkin plant. First, you would need seeds, right? And the seeds become a seedling. What's a seedling? Young plant. And seedling has leaves, stem, and roots. And seedling grows into an adult plant. Adult plant, look how big it is compared to the seedling, yeah? And an adult plant grows flowers. And the flowers grow fruit. And what's inside the fruit? Seeds. And what will the seeds make? New plant. Yeah, let's do that again. Seed, seedling, adult plant with flowers and fruit. Inside the fruit, there is seeds. There are seeds. And the seeds will make new plants. And the cycle goes on like this. Goes on and on and on. Yeah. Okay. So those are the textbook pages. We just talked about the steps of plant's life cycle. Oh, without looking at the picture, what are the steps of a plant's life cycle? Yes. Seed, seedling, adult plants with flowers and fruit. Very good. Okay. Yeah. Let's briefly talk about this as well. So parents and young. So all the first graders, you all have parents. Miss Jin has parents. We all have parents, right? And the plants, they have parents too. So God designed a living thing to make the same kind of living thing. Yeah. First graders, I'm sure you guys look like your parents, right? And the plants too. Seedling, the baby plants, they look like their adult parent's plant. Adult plants make more of the same kind of plant. An apple tree will not make roses, right? Of course not. An apple tree will make more apple trees. A young apple tree will look like its parent. Yeah. Then why are plants like their parents? Why? Why do they look like their parents? Why can't an apple tree make roses? Why can't what's an example? Why can't pumpkin adult plants make potatoes? Yeah. Why do they have to make more of the same kind of themselves? Yeah, why are plants like their parents? Why? Because God designed a living thing to make the same kind of living thing. The same kind. That's how God designed a living thing. And that's why the young plants, the baby plants, seedlings, they look like their parents. Yeah, the adult plants. That's why an apple tree will make more of apple trees. And pumpkins will make more of pumpkins. Yeah, because God designed the living thing to make the same kind of living thing. Yeah, and you can take a look at this little description of the scientist. His name is George Washington Carver, and he was called the plant doctor. He learned to care for the family garden. George was curious. He enjoyed studying plants. He gave advice about plants to his friends. He helped many sick plants survive and grow. I think for next year's Famous People Day, if you'd like, you can be George Washington Carver if you're interested in learning more about plants. So he was the plant doctor because he enjoyed studying plants. Okay. And now we are going to move on to our work text. And so here for plant life cycle, you guys will need scissors and glue stick. So go get them. Cut out the pictures at the bottom and complete the sunflower's life cycle. And you will glue each picture in place. So remember the life cycle of a plant. You'll need to start with seed, seedling, and adult with flowers and fruit. So you will cut out these pictures and glue each picture in place. Okay. And adult plants and seedlings. Look at that. We have, I think that's cherry tomatoes. So we have cherry tomato, adult plant, and seedling. And we'll take a look at these two pictures here. And we'll compare and contrast. We'll find something that are the same or similar and that are different between these two pictures. And we talked about Venn diagram, right? We talked about Venn diagram before in class, and we are going to use this Venn diagram to tell how the adult tomato plant and the tomato seedling are alike and different. Okay, how are they alike? Let's talk about alike first. Yeah, they all have what? Leaves. Yeah. And stems, right? And we can see them, and in the ground, under the ground, they must have root, right? So let's write them down. How are they alike? They both have leaves, stems, and root, right? Then let's talk about seedling first. How is seedling different from the parent plant? Right, the sizes of stem and leaves are different, right? So maybe we can say short stem, right? It's definitely a lot shorter than the parent plant. Short stem, smaller, right? Small leaves. And does it have fruit? No fruit. I think that's good enough. So maybe we can say short stem, small leaves, and no fruit. Okay, then how about the parent plant? How is it different from the seedling? It definitely has long stem and larger leaves. So we can say large leaves and many leaves too, right? Large and many leaves. And we definitely have fruit with seeds to make new plant in the parent plant. So here we can say long stem, large leaves, and fruit with seeds. Yeah. Okay, so that will be all for science lesson, and have fun with making the plant life cycle up here. and I'll be back tomorrow.